So welcome to Wednesday Night Soul Flow. I'll have you start off tonight in a nice, comfortable seated position, bringing yourself into your space. Move whatever you need to, just so you can feel rooted and grounded on your sit bones. Place your hands on your knees and sit up nice and tall. If you would like, you can have your legs crossed, or you can have them rest comfortably, just one in front of the other. And then slowly push yourself back so the shoulders are in line with the hips, and then the ears are in line with the shoulders. And find a spot in these first few cycles of breath to focus your gaze. So it might be a spot directly in front of you, or you might close your eyes and focus the spot behind the brow line in the third eye area. And then take a nice full inhale in through your nose. And just sigh it out. Inhale in through the nose, rooting down through the spine, crown of the head is growing long. And maybe at the top of the inhale, you just sip in a little more. And then exhale out through the nose with control. Inhale in. Grow long. And as you exhale this time, really draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. So take a few cycles of breath here, fully inhaling in through the nose. Maybe taking a little bit more in at the top. And then exhale out. And if you want to give yourself a little mantra at this time, as you inhale, inhale the word so. And exhale, hum. Take another cycle of breath here. Really using the full inhale. And long exhale. With your hands on your knees, when you inhale, just pull the sternum forward, look on up. And exhale, chin comes into chest, belly button comes into spine, round the back, spread the shoulder blades away from the spine. And this is going to be slow, the pace of the breath you're setting. So inhale, come into a seated cow pose, looking up. Cat as you exhale. Just do a few more cycles. And then find some stillness. Okay, take your right hand, place it to the outside of your right hip. Reach your left arm up and over. And from here, you can keep your palm down or flip your palm up. You can keep your gaze looking at your right knee, or maybe start guiding your sternum up towards the ceiling. And then rooting down through your sit bones, bring yourself back up, arms come overhead. Nice full inhale, fold forward as you exhale. Take a full inhale. Exhale it all out. And then slowly walk yourself on up. Switch the cross of your legs. And bring your arms up overhead. Set your left hand down by your left hip. And then reach your right arm up and over towards your left. Once again, your palm of the right hand could be down, or it could be flipped up. You can bend your elbow. You can have your gaze at your left knee or slowly guide the sternum up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. And then as you inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Look at fingertips fold forward as you exhale. Hand touches the ground. Reaching as you exhale, a little bit forward. And then when you're ready, walk yourself back up into a seated position. Beautiful. Okay, come on into hands and knees. Find a tabletop pose. So hands are spread nice and wide underneath the shoulders. And I want you to come onto the heels of the hands just for a brief moment. Lift all the fingers up and then set the pinkies down, the ring finger, the middle finger, the index, and the thumb. And feel all points of the fingers rooting down. Knees are underneath the hips, and maybe it feels good to pad the tops of the feet into the mat. And then from here, bring the belly button into the spine. Look forward just a little bit so you have a little softness in the back of your neck. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, lift your right leg behind you and press your right toes down onto the mat. And push out through your right heel. And it might feel good to rock back and forth a little bit here. And then when you're ready, plant your hands in your left knee, lift right leg. Point your right toes down. And then come up on left fingertips and reach left arm forward parallel to your left ear. And then as you exhale, left elbow, right knee, come together around your back. Create length when you inhale. Elbow and knee come together as you exhale. One more time. Arm and leg come long. And then as you exhale, place your right knee onto the mat and then bring your left arm up to the sky. And then thread your left arm underneath your right for thread the needle pose. Set the right side of your face onto the mat. Oh, I'm sorry, the left side of your face onto the mat. And then maybe reach your right arm parallel to your right ear or take a bind. And then slowly place your right hand under or next to your face. Push up, de-thread your needle. Maybe take your left arm up high to the sky and set both hands down. All right, from here, lift your left leg back, plant your left toes, and maybe push out through your left heel. And it might feel good to rock back and forth a little bit. Beautiful. And then lift your left leg at hip height, point your left toes down. And in your own way, reach your right arm forward, parallel to your right ear. Take a full cycle of breath here. And then when you're ready, right elbow, left knee come together. Create length. And then elbow, knee come together as you exhale. Create length. And then last time, elbow and knee come together around your back. Create length. And then set your left knee down, take your right arm out to the side and up. And thread your arm underneath your left, setting the right side of your face down. And then reaching your left arm across your left ear, or maybe taking a bind. And then reach your arm up, your left arm, place your left hand down, de-thread your arm, and place both your right hand and left hand back onto the mat. All right, and then from here, slowly tuck under toes and let the knees hover. And then take your hips up high to the sky for a downward dog. It's the first downward dog of the practice, so it might feel good to paddle out the legs a little bit. Maybe find a little movement. And then some stillness. See if you can lift your hips just a little higher here, keeping the hands planted. On your next inhale, shift forward into your plank pose. And if that means dropping your knees, feel free to. One more cycle of breath. Inhale. And then exhale, shift hips back up, downward dog. And then plank pose as you inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. One more time, plank pose, inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. And then when you're ready, shift back into plank pose. Drop the knees and lower the chin and then the chest onto the mat and extend long. Hands are still underneath the shoulders, and then lift the chin, lift your chest, baby cobra pose. Tops of the feet are into the mat, shoulders slide down and away from the ears. The glutes are relaxed. And then as you exhale, forehead comes back to the mat. Inhale into plank. Downward dog as you exhale. Inhale into plank. Lower down slowly. This time, cobra or a little bit higher if you're ready. Inhale. And this time, take your full inhale, and then as you exhale, lower down, plank pose, downward dog for 5 breaths. And if you want, you can always drop the knees, bring the big toes together, and come into a child's pose. 2 more breaths in your downward dog. All right, in downward dog, reach your right leg high to the sky, 3-legged downward dog. Bend your right knee, open up your hip if you would like. Maybe make big circles one direction, and then the other. And then 3-legged downward dog. Bring your right knee into your nose, and then 3-legged downward dog. This time, bring your right knee into your nose, but then have your right foot step through your hands. So now you're in a high runner's lunge. Look forward. Beautiful. All right. From here, I want you to shift forward a little bit. Look on up. Have your cow back. And then as you exhale, straighten your right leg. Round your back for cat. And then find your lunge with the cow back. Straight leg with the cat back. One more time. Coming into your lunge with the cow back. Cat back as you exhale. And then come back into your high runner's lunge. From here, left hand stays planted. Reach your right arm up. And then thread your right arm underneath your right thigh. Look over your left shoulder. Bring your right arm up. Thread your right arm under. Don't forget to keep pushing out through your left heel. One more time. Right arm comes high to the sky. And then right arm comes underneath right thigh. And then bring your right arm up. Frame your right foot. Step back into your plank pose and lower down slowly and come into cobra. Release, push back into downward dog. Two more breaths left here. Beautiful. Lift your left leg high to the sky. Bend your left knee. Maybe make circles with the knee one direction and the other. And then find your 3-legged downward dog, left leg high to the sky. Left knee comes into nose as you exhale. Left leg high to the sky. Left knee into the nose. And then step left foot through, high runner's lunge. All right, same thing here. So come in a little deeper into your lunge. Look on up, cow back, straighten your left leg, round over, cat back. Lunge with the cow back. Little pyramid pose with the cat back. Last time. Lunge with the cow back. Pyramid pose with cat back. And then find your high runner's lunge. From here, reach your left arm high to the sky. Thread left arm underneath left thigh. Look over the right shoulder. Bring the left arm up. Thread the left arm under. One more time. Bring the left arm up. Thread the left arm under. Bring the left arm up. Frame the left foot with the left hand. Step back into plank pose. Lower down slowly. Cobra. And then downward dog. push the hands into the mat. Hips come up a little higher. Bend the knees if you need to. Be easy on the hamstrings. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, walk your feet to the back of your hands, finding your fold, your halfway lift, your fold. And then reach your arms up high to the sky, nice full inhale. Look at your hands, fold forward as you exhale. Find your halfway lift. And then plant your hands, step your right foot back into your high runner's lunge. Drop your right knee, untuck your right toes. Place your hands on your left thigh and come up for a low lunge. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up. If you want, you can interlace your fingers and send your palms up to the sky. Maybe rock from side to side a little bit. Maybe lean back. Find a little movement here, but maintain the foundation. Right foot is planted, right knee is planted. Come up a little higher. And then frame your left foot with your hands. Tuck under your right toes. Lift your right knee, high runner's lunge. Set your right heel down. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up for warrior one. Root down through your left foot. Bend is strong in the left knee. Maybe adjust your stance if you need to. Really feel like you're pushing out through your right foot. Arms are high. Once again, if it feels good to interlace the fingers and send the palms up, you can. Gives a nice stretch in the palms. And then find a spot of stillness, wherever that is for you. Full inhale. And then open up into your warrior two. So send your hips to your right side. Maybe walk your right foot out a little bit. Arms come out to a T. And look out over your left fingertips. Bend is strong in the left knee. Flip your left palm up. Reach forward a little bit. And then send your right hand back to the right thigh. Left hand is high to the sky for a peaceful warrior. Keep the bend strong in your right knee. You've got this. Full inhale. Exhale. Left elbow to left thigh. Right hand comes parallel to the right ear. Extended side angle. You can always drop your left hand to the inside of the left foot. Bring your right arm high to the sky. If you want to bind, you can go for it, but I encourage you not to do this right now because we're going to flow. So when your next inhale happens, come back into your peaceful warrior. Extended side angle as you exhale. Peaceful warrior as you inhale. You're feeling it in your left thigh, but that's okay. You have a strong foundation. You're good. One more time, peaceful warrior. And then extended side angle. Beautiful. And then come on up, warrior two. Finish strong here. Straighten your left leg. Send your right hip back, left hand forward. Find the triangle pose. So you can keep your gaze at your left knee, or look up at your right hand, or keep a neutral gaze. And then when you're ready, send your right hand down and then walk yourself wide onto your mat. So your left toes will turn out to the right side of your mat. Come up about halfway so you have a nice long spine here. Maybe walk your hands out in front of you just a little bit. Nice inhale and exhale here. Root your feet down, find your foundation, and then fold forward as you exhale. So now you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Rooting down through your feet, maybe shaking your head. And then slowly walk your hands over to your left foot. Frame your left foot, come into your runner's lunge. Step left foot back to meet right, plank pose. Yogis, go ahead, take it through your flow. Or skip it and just come into downward dog. And then bring your right leg high to the sky, three-legged downward dog. Right knee comes into the nose as it comes forward into your high runner's lunge. Plant your right foot, and then take your right hand high to the sky, easy twist. Open up just a little bit deeper. And then frame your right foot again. Step left foot forward, forward fold. Find your halfway lift here. Your fold. And then reach up, rise up, arms come high to the sky, nice full inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Find a halfway lift. Plant your hands, left foot comes back, high runner's lunge. And then drop your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Hands come onto the right hip. Maybe sink a little deeper and sweeter here if it helps you. If not, come up nice and tall. Maybe go for length instead of depth here. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up to the sky. And maybe play around with interlacing the fingers and sending the palms up. Or maybe goalpost will work best for you. Or keeping the arms up high. One more breath. And then reach up. Frame your right foot. Tuck under left toes. Bring your left knee up. High runner's lunge. And then when you're ready, set your left heel down as you come on up into a warrior one. Once again, you can come into cactus arm or interlace your fingers, send palms up. Sometimes the arm movements create some external rotation and heart openers. You look up a little bit. Two more breaths. And then when you're ready, open up into your warrior two. Keep the bend strong in your right knee. Bring your arms out to a T. And you might have to change your footing here. Maybe come a little longer, a little shorter, wherever you can maintain a foundation. Looking over your right fingers, keep the bend strong. And then when you're ready, take your left hand back to the left thigh, reach the right arm up and over for a peaceful warrior. For 3 breaths. And then when your exhale happens, right elbow to right knee, left arm comes parallel to left ear. Extended side angle. Taking a version that will serve you. And then when your next inhale happens, find your peaceful warrior. And then exhale into your extended side angle. Peaceful warrior as you inhale. Extended side angle as you exhale. And you might be feeling it in your right thigh, but you're good. You have your foundation. Peaceful warrior. One last time. Extended side angle. And then warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Send your left hip back, right arm reaches forward. Find a triangle pose. Once again, if you're having blood pressure issues, look at your right foot. If you want, you can be encouraging and look towards your left hand or keep a neutral gaze. Find a spot that will work for you. Root down through your feet. And then look at your right foot, bring your left hand down, walk yourself long onto your mat into your wide-legged forward fold. And then once again, bring your hands forward just a little bit so you can create a nice flat back for a cycle of breath. And then as you exhale, fold forward. You can stay in this forward fold, wide-legged forward fold if you want, but if you feel like you need more movement in the spine, place your left hand underneath your face, reach your right arm up for a twist. And then replace your right hand underneath your left as you exhale. Reach your left arm up as you inhale. So you can be in stillness or you can flow a little bit here. And find what you want and what you need. If you're flowing or in stillness, it doesn't matter. Maybe come back to the so of your breath. And then finish whatever cycle you're on, meet in your wide-legged forward fold. And then walk your hands over to your right foot. Bring your right foot, left toes come forward into your high runner's lunge. Right foot meets left plank pose. Slowly take it through your flow. And meet in downward dog. Two more breaths here. And then reach your left leg high to the sky. Left knee comes to nose. Left foot steps forward, high runner's lunge. Right hand stays planted, reach left arm up high to the sky. Easy twist here, stay here for breath. Frame your left hand to your left foot, step right foot to meet left, forward fold. Find a halfway lift. And then a fold. Reach up, rise up, arms come up high to the sky, nice full inhale. Settle into chair pose as you exhale. So with chair, come onto your heels and lift your toes so that way the weight is coming back. Tuck under the tailbone, bring the belly button into the spine. Arms can be parallel to the ears or reach your arms forward. Maybe sink a little lower. Your toes are on the ground, you can leave your toes on the ground. 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, reach up, fold forward as you exhale. Find a halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back into plank. Take it through a flow or meet in downward dog. Because we'll keep flowing from here. And then from downward dog, reach your right leg high to the sky. Step your right foot through to your hand. Place your left heel down. Reach up, warrior one. Reach your left arm forward, right arm back for a twist. And then right hand comes to the back of the left thigh. Left hand comes high to the sky, exalted warrior. Or peaceful warrior variation. Keep the bench strong in the right leg. And then reach both arms up. Frame your right foot. Step your left foot in just a little bit. Left toes come forward. Straighten your right leg. Come up halfway. And then fold forward into a pyramid pose. Two more breaths. And then as your next exhale happens, come into a little low lunge. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Find a plank pose. Take it through a flow or skip the flow and come into downward dog. From downward dog, reach your left leg high to the sky. Left foot comes in between your hands. Set your right heel down. Come on up, warrior one. And then reach your left arm back, right arm forward, twist. And you can look out over your right thumb if you want, or you can look over to the side, depending on what you need. You can dance too. Because it's your practice, you can do what you want. And then take your left hand to the back of the right thigh. Right hand comes high to the sky. Two more breaths. And then inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, frame your left foot. Step your right foot in a little bit. Shoot your toes. Have your toes face the top of the mat. And then come up halfway, straighten your left leg. And then fold over your left leg into a pyramid pose for 5 breaths. One more breath. And then as you exhale, find your low lunge, your high runner's lunge. And then step left foot back to meet right. Take it through a flow or downward dog, or skip it and just meet in a child's pose. I'll cue you because we'll do a 5 breath down dog here. Maybe return back to the Soham mantra now that you have some stillness. And 2 more breaths. And then as you exhale, walk your feet to the back of your hands, finding your fold. Your halfway lift. Your fold. Reach up, rise up, arms come up high to the sky, nice full inhale. Settle back into chair pose as you exhale. All right, come up on the balls of the feet. Okay, keeping up on the balls of the feet, inhale up. And then set your feet down, fold forward. Find a halfway lift, fold, reach up, rise up, arms come up high to the sky, and hands can come into prayer or on your hips. And then start rooting down in your right foot, lift your left knee, and maybe stack your left foot on top of your right, taking your left knee out for a tree pose. And if you're ready, maybe the left heel comes onto the right or into the right leg. So maybe you bring your foot up a little higher. Find your sweet spot. And really push your standing leg in towards the midline. Hands can come into prayer. And find a spot to focus your gaze. Two more breaths. And then slowly bring your left knee back into center, up towards the chest. Set both feet down. Take a baby chair pose. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, reaches up, fold forward as you exhale. Halfway lift. Fold. And then reach up, rise up, arms come up high to the sky. Hands can come into prayer or on the hips. And then rooting down through your left foot. Bring the right toes onto the mat. Stack right foot on top of left. Or give yourself a kickstand. Or bring your right foot to whatever height in the inside of the left leg that will serve you. If some of you want to get a little groovy and move, you can go for it. My tree isn't that stable for a dance party. It wants one, but it's not ready. But yours might be. Two more breaths. And then when you're ready, bring your your right knee into your chest. Set both feet down, come into your chair pose. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, reaches up, fold forward as you exhale. Beautiful, find a halfway lift. And then fold. Walk your feet back into a downward dog pose. Okay, reach your right leg high to the sky and take your right knee to your right elbow or maybe your right shoulder. I'm going to be on my right elbow. And then three-legged downward dog. And then bring your right knee over to your left. Maybe bring it up a little higher. One more breath. And then three-legged downward dog. And then your right knee into your nose. You've been here before. Three-legged downward dog. And then bring your right knee through to your hands. Find your pigeon pose. So before you go any further, get yourself set up first. So it might feel good to have your right heel touch your left hip, or you can have your right shin parallel to the top of the mat. So find a spot that's going to serve you. Mine's going to be somewhere in between today. And then tuck under your left toes and walk your left leg back just a little bit. Make sure it's directly behind your hip. Sometimes it likes to misbehave. And then when you're ready, come up nice and tall. Maybe interlace your fingers, look on up, and then fold forward. Or you can always bring your hands down whenever and stack your hands on top of each other. Give yourself a pillow. And you'll be in this pigeon pose for about 90 seconds. And I'll mind the time for you, so don't worry about it. All you have to do is focus on your breath. "30 seconds in. 15 seconds. And then slowly bring yourself up. Tuck under your left toes. Lift your left leg up. Send your right leg high to the sky. Three-legged downward dog. It might feel good to bend your right knee and open up your right hip. And then set your right foot down. Okay, let's get ready to do the other side. So left leg comes up high to the sky, three-legged downward dog. Left knee comes over to left elbow or shoulder, coming forward. And then three-legged downward dog. And then left knee to right elbow. Cycle the breath here. Three-legged downward dog. Left knee comes into the nose, round the back. Three-legged downward dog. And then your left knee comes through to your hands. And then set yourself up. So first, find where your shin placement will serve you best in accordance to the top of your mat. And it might be a little different from left and right, so be gentle. Tuck under your right foot. Send your right leg long. Make sure it's directly behind you. Untuck your right toes. Look on up. If you want, you can always interlace your fingers and fold forward or walk your hands forward. Where you'll settle into your pigeon pose for 90 seconds. About 45 seconds in, halfway there. Sigh everything out on your next exhale, so there's no rush. And then use your inhale to bring yourself up. Tuck under your right toes, lift your right knee, send your left leg back, three-legged downward dog. Maybe bend the left knee, open up, and then come into downward dog. And then walk your feet to the back of your hands and bend so deeply that you can hug the knees into your chest and you come up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, tuck chin into chest and lower down one vertebra at a time. So then the back of the head is on the mat. The feet are flat, the knees are up. And then when you're ready, choose to hug your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg long. And then send your right leg high to the sky. And then bend into your right knee, hug your right knee into your chest. And then have your left knee meet the right. Extend your right leg long. Left knee is still hugged into the chest. And then when you're ready, send your left leg high to the sky. And then have your left knee hug into chest. Have your right knee meet your left. Maybe have your hands on your knees and make a pelvic circle. In reverse direction. And then bring your arms out to a T and allow your knees to fall over to your right side. If you want, you can take your gaze out over your left shoulder. You can place your right hand on top of your left knee. And then when you're ready, slowly bring your gaze back into center. Hug your knees into your chest. Allow them to pass through as you allow them to fall over to your left side. Gaze comes out over your right shoulder, and maybe your left hand comes on top of your right knee. One more breath. And then bring both knees back into the chest. Bring the knees to the outside of the torso just a little bit. Take a hold of the bottoms of the feet and find a happy baby pose. Try to keep the low back engaged if that serves you. But if you're finding that it's not helpful, make adjustments. And if you would like, you can always make peace fingers around your big toes and take your legs long. And bring the knees in. So find a little movement in your happy baby here. If you would like, if you want, you can stay in happy baby with movement, or you can find a little inversion that will serve you. So low back is engaged into the mat, legs are high, arms are down to the side. And you'll be in your inversion for a little bit, but don't worry, I'll mind the time. And then as you exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Slowly bring yourself long onto your mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And then bring your arms down to the side for your Shavasana pose. And I'll mind the time for you. slowly start making small movements. Maybe give yourself a nice full body stretch. Take a nice full inhale. Sigh it out as you exhale. Have a nice full inhale. Sigh it out. One more inhale. Sigh it out. And then find your way onto your right side into a fetal position. And then use your left hand to push yourself up, coming into the seated pose. You can have your hands on your knees, palms up or palms down, or bring your hands into heart center. And just end your practice with some nice full inhales and exhales. Maybe think of an adjective to go along with your I am statement, or make it a noun and make it more definitive. Awesome. When you're ready, reach your arms up high to the sky. Bring them together in prayer and pull them down through heart center as you exhale. Reach up, inhale. Heart center as you exhale. Reach up, inhale. And then this time as you come down through heart center, pause at your third eye as a reminder to have loving thoughts. And pause at your lips as a reminder to have loving words. And then pause at your heart with a soft bow as a reminder to have loving actions towards yourself and towards others. The light and love in me acknowledges and honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Let me unmute everyone.